They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said,
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember Yahanna's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like it's Harbor Freight. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low or this Lord. Told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow. Then would you speaking to me for? Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad. Got them tied down and out there. Came them with them steppers. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. Either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Right back at you again, Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy with these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids about this. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue, loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slave, rewind what we rap and slang. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Okay.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and our brother and sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al-Ham wa Aidya Yahaw. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he fucking need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had printers on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone.
Back row.
Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas. Hinders know my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war been my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Dasani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed jump can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole life.
Listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Yeah. 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and their head with that shit. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills. How I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel. How I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah. Vacuum seal, no they want my life. I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers kill for me, nigga. Watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately. You is not. was with me, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they in Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He's nice, but he don't show them skills how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got it made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
What's going on? What's going on, Akim? How you feeling?
Good.
Tawab, sir. Tawab. Shit, y'all in and out of the rain, or y'all with the flood? What's going on? Y'all staying out of it?
Yeah, Kawaka. Trying to. Yeah.
Well, as long as none of y'all is knuckleheads and stupid, I'm good. Because boy, Trump, that nigga there, boy.
Yeah.
He a piece of work.
Kawaka.
Piece of work. I said, I could not believe the shit I was hearing in that interview this morning with that Bahrain Prince dude.
Yep.
Could not believe it. I was like, this dude here, boy, he ain't got no class or nothing.
Kawaka. Just tacky.
Just tacky, and as you know, trailer park as they come, boy. God damn it.
Kawaka, sir.
And Cap, who knows if he if this man putting on a show for these trailer parks, because boy, you know what I mean, white people robbing white people, just, you know what I mean, like it's almost like he playing to them. If you understand what I'm saying, like he playing to that whole MAGA. That whole MAGA is, you know what I mean, is just to me airheads. You know what I mean? I mean, who just about, you know what I mean, white power. You know what I mean? And he playing in good to that, because they hate
black people and Hispanics. You know what I mean? So bad that their government robbing them, they're not even paying attention to that.
Yeah. Your
401k.
your sound went out there a little bit, Cap, when you adjust your headphones.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah. Until they go check that 401k and they
Right.
realize the bank account empty.
Right.
You understand? Because
Yeah.
just now they gotta blame the AI. I wanna see how the AI gonna get blamed for them not having no money. You know what I mean? Because he getting rid of the Hispanics.
They better not blame the AI. I ain't ready for Skynet just yet and all. I ain't ready for Skynet just yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah, be also too big up to Yahanna, the hardest working man in Israel.
Right.
On tonight. Yo, make sure catch him every Monday night, right on the same channel. The real General Yahanna. The next cookout is gonna be in Chicago as well. Kicking off Chicago at the end of the month. You'll come and check with him everywhere he go, and you'll try and make it down there. Get down there, go and check the General out, salute the General, talk to him, see what the plan is for your city. You know what I mean? Come and see what it is and what it isn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, Shamshakta.
Yeah, Shamshakta, what's going on, so
I had a laugh. I had a laugh.
How the weather?
The weather is like, you know, sometimes you say you're glad for the rain to cool down a little heat. And
Right.
when the rain cool down now, it leaving the place warm, the place humid. So no matter how you try to escape, it's like they say the temperature is this degrees, it ain't changing. You know, like an update, it go drop and it's staying right. It rain.
Stay there and feel so. Stay there and feel so. That temperature ain't changing. It drop when you go inside.
Right.
But right. Is either you're flooded or you're cooked. That's really what's going on. Either you're getting stew or you're rotisserie. I the other day, I forget which day it was. It was a day it was blasting. Today it was kind of blasting too, but it wasn't as hot as the time I'm talking about. I just started turning around slow. I was like, you know what? I feel like one of them hot dogs. I started spinning. I was like, this heat here is going to cook a Negro alive. This heat here is going to make it real difficult to be an Israelite. God damn it. Yeah, man. Take me back to the cooler countries. Take me back with that shit there. But it's definitely doing it outside. So, go ahead.
No, so like I didn't mean to cut you off, sir. Salaki. No, I just want to say too, and then it's been so much flooding in different major cities. Like I seen the video on the ISUPK Washington DC page of the damn New Jersey Turnpike. Look like 2 lanes of a water slide. Look like a like a 4-lane water slide. I was like, damn, like this is and I think the part too that is so heavy where the Egyptians, I don't think they recognized at the time what was happening to the empire. It's like because we have the records now, we can read about it and it makes sense. Like these niggas didn't recognize God was plaguing them and was setting them up to bring them down.
Right.
There we go right here. You understand? Like I've never seen that happen on a major highway like the New Jersey Turnpike. Like the New Jersey Turnpike is so major. The state of New Jersey issues the most speeding tickets out of any state in America. You understand? I've been a victim, so I know I had to go and look it up.
Like we all go by experience.
Right. You understand? I've never seen this. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen flooding happen. I've seen all types of different flooding, but I've never seen this happen on a major roadway like the New Jersey Turnpike. And I just read the book of Exodus about when the Lord plagued Egypt for the sake of Israel. And I just wonder, like, them Egyptians probably did not even realize this was the Lord plaguing them and setting them up to bring them down. And it's as I'm looking at America, there's certain things that is happening to this place. And I don't think you Americans, you patriots, you oppressors, you really don't understand that the Lord is plaguing you and setting you up to bring you down for his children, Black, Hispanic, and Native American sake. Like, I don't think you understand it, but it's happening. It's being recorded, and it's not going to stop. Salagia.
And just to add to what Kazak and Mad saying, you know what I mean? It's almost to the point where like how the Bible said, where he said he something pertaining to the pride.
Obadiah?
No. It's in Romans when he say for they're so proud that they don't see this coming. Like the white man thinks he got away with slavery. He really thinks it's been what 400 years and counting.
Right.
And ain't no justice come his way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? You do something to our brother today, you're not sleeping straight. You'll be sleeping with one eye open.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your gun below the pillow, the gun right on the dresser. Not him. He's sleeping good.
Right.
He's sleeping, you know what I mean? You ask him how he's sleeping, he'll tell you on a certain mattress. You know what I mean? Like he don't, you know what I mean? He ain't had no, you know what I mean? He not even worrying about what coming his way. So this flood, to him, that's why he says just a natural disaster or Mother Nature taking its course. You understand? So he don't even realize the Lord is coming. He is coming. That he does not understand because of his pride.
Right.
I think he said something with Pharaoh, where he said he
raised them up.
Yes, I believe he raised him up. I think it's in Romans
9, around 16 or 17.
Yes. I mean, for their pride.
I got the precept right here, sir, if you wanted it real quick.
Come on.
Kawakan, sir. Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Yeah. And that's it. Like America, they sitting on top of the earth. Just imagine you created the UN, you created laws in the UN, and you breaking all the laws in the UN, and nobody could do your damn thing.
Yeah.
The only man that could bring this man down, the only person that could bring this man down is the God Almighty of Israel of niggas, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. And he knows it. That's why this to him is just, well, you know what I mean, it happens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Once in 100 years. That's how he look at it. He go pull his statistics on stuff like this, and give you, well, this, you know what I mean, this happen every 10 years. We just have to now go dig some more holes, do some drainage. You know what I mean, and that takes care of that. You know what I mean? I yield.
Yeah, it's definitely wild. It's definitely wild like that, and that's not New Jersey Turnpike where it's like 2 lanes going up, 2 lanes going down. That's that's the major part of the turnpike where it's different sets of lanes, 4 lanes going up on one side, 4 going up on another.
Yep.
And same thing going back down. Like that's that's a major part. And to see that SUV running through there and the water Defender, that caravan, that was soccer mom running through that shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother, it's that's an amazing sight. And that's okay. That's not all. You saw the one in New York.
Yep.
when the driver say, "Listen, I gotta call this one in." Like he don't even know what the hell to do with that shit. He open the doors, the water gonna come in.
Right.
He drive ahead, they might fire him for missing the stop. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, and that's what happens when you play with the Lord.
Yeah.
Like the Lord really could put you in a trick bag where you think it's like it's like hopscotch or jump rope where you jump on one foot and then you jump on the other foot. The Lord could make it where no matter which foot you jump on, you're losing your leg.
That's right.
You just have to figure out now, which one you're gonna take. But now you in the corner now where blows coming. It coming. That bat coming straight to your head is just which side of the head you want it on.
You're right.
Now you want it on the top, you crack your skull open, you want it on this side, you want it on that side.
Right.
And that's what's really going on. They show other parts, Maryland, Laurel, DC. Brother, North Capitol was underwater. You know North Capitol, there's a part where you go under the bridge.
Yeah.
Like when you get brother, that whole thing was underwater. And the whole thing was underwater. Trees falling all over the place. They say one car trying to drive through the water, it end up in a ditch. I'm gonna try to find the footage. Throw the car in the ditch, and the people had to climb out through the sunroof. They had to open that thing back and wiggle out of that thing and get in that water that's about chest high. And they did, and that's listen. I'll be telling Sawabak when I first came this, a thunderstorm. I was expecting, okay, well, everybody gonna stay home and shit. And say, nah, we still go to work. And the shit fall for 5 minutes, and it blew me away. I'm like, how the hell is this a thunderstorm?
Yeah.
But the rain is all different here than in the Caribbean and in South America and stuff. When it rained there, it rained for the whole day. It's just heavy rain for the whole day, and it's understood you might make it in.
Right.
But this should fall for 5 minutes, and you had to pull a boat out.
Sir.
You gotta go inside and pull the boat all the way out and get your life jacket and something else.
So Cap, if I may, what you say is so heavy, I had to take a Uber Monday to Bowie, and I'm heading to Bowie, and I'm in an Uber. It's some type of Albanian, I don't know what he was, some type of Eastern European. I'm listening to the accent, and I'm in the back seat. And Bowie, anybody that's familiar with Maryland, this is like the rich part, and a lot of it is in the woods. To me, I call it in the woods.
Yeah. The sticks.
In the sticks. And so we riding and we come to a dip in the road. And the cat, he looked back at me just like you see what I'm seeing? And I'm like, hey, I paid. I was like, dude, don't look back here for sympathy. I paid for this ride. This is a 40-minute ride. I was like, let's go straight ahead. Onward. Right.
Don't stop at all.
That's right. Onward. You know what I'm saying? I had my door unlocked and ready to bail just in case. I was like, listen, man, let's go. And we ride through it. And I was like, as we going through it, I was like, damn, I might have should have told him to turn around because it was bad. And I was like, we came out and we both had a moment of like, I'm glad we made it because it was flooding like that. And like you said, it only had been raining for about like not even 10 minutes. And it was flooding to where his little car was gonna get swept away.
Because he probably go back in the Albanian WhatsApp group and say, "Don't pick this nigga up ever." He tried to baptize me, and I'm
like, I'm just thinking about. Hey, listen, them oppressors on them slave ships, they sailed them ships from the west coast of Africa to the United States through storms, through sharks, through monsoons. They made sure that ship got to its destination. And I felt like I was I'm the ship driver today. And this little car got to get to where I paid for it to go. Let's go.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I'm the captain today.
That's right.
Yeah, man. It's a rough one, you know what I mean, for all the brothers and sisters that dealing with it. Don't worry, this is part of how we get free. This is part of how we get free. Just don't be like the oppressor and stand in pride with what the Lord is trying to do. The Lord is trying to shake this place and weaken it and give it problems and issues. and they standing up in pride like this is not a big deal. We like what Kazak was saying, it's not a big deal. We'll take care of it. It's an act of God. It's not not any fault of ours. And at the same time dismissing God. You pray for more. Pray for more. Pray for these, pray for these quote unquote acts of God, these plagues to increase. And all that money they're trying to save with Doge is going to bankrupt them. It's going to bankrupt them. Pray for it, man. Pray all the way for it. Like we could, if you don't mind, we could grab that story. I know we got a late stop. Yo, rock with us. Go ahead.
And Salaki, Cap, yours right. It was in Obadiah. It's Obadiah 1 and 3.
Where you see the pride of his heart TV?
Yeah, that's the one I wanted.
Yep, the pride of his heart deceived him. If you want, you could pull it, and you still want to pull it?
Yeah, because that day, I mean, what you're talking about there, that is it. You know what I mean? That is, you know what I mean, Donald Trump. That is, you know what I mean, white America. That is, you know what I mean, white people on the whole. Even down to the Russians. You think he's sitting on top of the world. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
Yeah, come. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
No, he had to say, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, so you're clear and know who he's talking about. He's talking about the Caucasian.
Yeah.
These Caucasians, their pride, the oppressors, because of their pride. Their pride has deceived them. You understand? They call themselves what? White? Why? Because of what? Not because of the color, it's because of the definition they give to it. You understand? Their pride. And that pride has deceived them. And they think that all the guns they're buying, all the military investment they're doing with the F-47s, the B-2 bomber, stealth bomber, they think they have this on lock for the next thousands of years. You understand? Because they're not in factor in the Most High because of their pride. They're so proud. They're in space. They have a space force.
Yeah.
You understand? Like we as black people, we just trying to survive, but we can't wrap our head around the fact that this man is in space. This man is, on Mars. You understand? This man trying to go as deep as he could go beneath the earth or in the ocean. We could never wrap our head around. We see things like that. We're like, why even do that? Why are you trying to go to the depths of the ocean? What's the reason for that?
Right.
You understand? But not when it comes to him. When it comes to him, his pride is going to get in the way of him thinking straight. And you can clearly see it. That's white America right there for you. You know what I mean? That's the Caucasian nation right there for you. And their pride deceived them. Understand?
Yeah.
That they you know what I mean, they're thinking that the narrative of them being the pure, you know what I mean, the meek people on this earth, you understand? Their pride done deceive them into thinking that. And the Lord is going to remove that cover like he's doing right now with the Jewish man in Israel. He's removing that cover of being a Jew.
Yeah.
You understand? He's removing it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You better thank the Lord you're living in this time to see what's happening on this earth. And recognize that God is, you know what I mean, preparing this earth for a bloodshed. That is, you know what I mean? You think this flood bad? Wait till Christ return. You understand? It's gonna be, you say the horse, what, blood gonna be up to the horse's bridle?
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
You might prefer the rain right now. When you try to see blood running like that, you will be like, send the rain. You understand?
Right.
You.
Listen, you so right. It's gonna be something that's gonna be absolutely horrible. You know what I mean? Just want to reply to first off, big up everybody in the chat. You know, who you usual buyer now, who always inside Trooper Ra'ai out of Atlanta. Congratulations, Trooper. I know he recently got raised up. Kayara One checking on from Alaska. Keelan Cathron checking in from Arkansas. Keelan, that sounds like a Benjamin name there. Like, I ain't never heard a Judite named Keelan. I know a few Keelans from Trinidad. I could tell you that much. Yeah, I've never heard a Judite name. Sometimes you could tell the name. You don't hear certain name like Sheldon. You don't hear no Judite named Sheldon. Yeah, I mean, you could damn near tell. The whole crew, Young Man G from North Carolina. You know what I mean? Sister Prashant, shalom to you, sis. Young man, goddamn Sheldon. From Cape Town, down there with the brother down there. The officer out of South Africa. We ain't no Hamite though. Don't nobody think is that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Ayasa for sure. Network, Arawadia. Veronica Lynn, I know you jumped in. You said it was the slave ships. These were warships. Our ancestors were prisoners of war. I understand what you're trying to say and give us some dignity, but as a people, what we need to do is to bow our head and recognize when we've done wrong.
That's right.
Our forefathers sinned against the Lord like we sin against the Lord in America.
That's right.
These were not prisoners of war. This was not, not a POW. It wasn't a bunch of POWs, and no. If we were prisoners of war, we were at war with God. We was at war with God. So just remember that, because we could now try to, because we've been oppressed, we could try to give some dignity to ourselves, which is fine. I definitely understand that, to help lift our heads up. But trying to interpret it like this and convey it like this, it could make us start to think of ourselves way more than we are, and institute a certain amount of pride that would not have us seek the Lord.
That's right.
But go make war with our oppressor in a carnal way, and think that's deliverance. When to get out of this, you're going to have to please the Lord. You're going to have to recognize that we disobeyed our Father. Daddy put you out of the house because you disobeyed Daddy. He put you out of the house, but now you're trying to get back in. So don't say we were prisoners of war. That's not what it was. I know, it might seem that way, but that's definitely not what it was. You know what I mean? This is we sinned against the Lord. We sinned against the Lord, and the nations around us decided, they knew if we don't obey the Lord, we was easy pickings. You know what I mean? I understand. So, once again, I see how you definitely coming through with it. It wasn't in a way, that was disrespectful or to try to subvert how the whole thing, the spirit of the truth with it. But just to give everybody clarity, we were slaves on that ship because we disobeyed our power.
That's right.
Because listen, when they get on slave ships, I don't want none of them heathens thinking they're prisoners of war. It's a lock here. I want every last heathen bowing his head and knowing they slaves now.
That's right.
The prisoners of war. What are they going to do? Start to raise up military ranks on the plantation? Yeah, I mean, officers and captains of picking cotton? No, you a slave.
That's right.
You triple OG slave. That's what the hell you are.
It's like it, sir. And what you said is so wise too, sir. And it take me back to when I first heard about the truth, the UPK, and I was in that spirit. I'm not saying the sister's in that, because like you said, she was just trying to give some dignity to our condition.
Right.
But we had to be honest about our condition. I remember being in the world, and I had been, wrongfully arrested. You understand, as a veteran in Esau, the white man's military. And I remember, you can ask Officer Arawadi, I had all type of plans in my mind about how I was going to get my vengeance. In my mind, what I thought was vengeance. And it was because of the UPK that I wasn't another Christopher Dorner. Because of Commander Junior Yahanna, that I didn't go out and execute what I thought was the way I can get back for my people. I had to acknowledge this was able to happen to me because I'm a filthy sinner.
That's right.
I had to acknowledge that first. And once I understood that and heard the truth, I said, you know what? What good is it for me to go try to, counterly fight the white man when I'm smoking his weed? I'm getting high off of his drugs. I'm loving his culture. You understand? I was like, let me try this fight first. And it was only because of the UPK where I said, I'm gonna try this first. At that time, I didn't fully give up on what I thought. I was like, let me try this first. And I've been trying it, and it's been working since I've been to school. It's been working. You understand? Me getting off of the white man's drugs, letting go of his culture, his holidays, his way of life, his perspective. You understand? And it has changed my life, and I'm able to change other brothers and sisters' lives under command of Junior Yahanna through the Spirit of Christ, because that's what has to happen. So what you said is so wise, sir. You understand? Like, we got to just be in the right spirit about the thing.
Most High in Christ, yeah, definitely give it up for that. It definitely could, we hearing about it all the time. It could be disheartening with no answer. You're a slave, slavery this, slavery that. Even the celebrities, they definitely start to say they're tired of the slave movies because they be reminded of the slavery and the money. They start to feel a type of way.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's good to always remember where we really come, who we are and what really happened, and who we I don't want to dwell on it too tough. All right, but we could start on that one with the camp, if you all don't mind, the camp from Kerrville.
Come on.
Where they got the thing about an hour ahead of time. Hold on, what number is that?
That is 3.
3? Yeah.
God. Camp Mystic co-owner waited 45 minutes to evacuate campers after getting urgent, life-threatening flash floods alert. Camp Mystic's co-owner only started evacuating campers more than 45 minutes after getting an emergency alert about the life-threatening flash floods. It has been revealed. Richard Dick Eastland, who died trying to save young girls at his Hunt, Texas camp on the Guadalupe River, got the initial National Weather Service blast on his phone at about 1:14 a.m. But he only began relocating campers at the private all-girls Christian camp to higher ground around 2 a.m., just as the situation began deteriorating rapidly. They had no information that indicated the magnitude of what was coming. The family spokesperson, Jeff Carr, said of the floods that would kill 27 children and counselors. They got a standard run-of-the-mill NWS warning that they've seen dozens of times before, Carr said. Eastland immediately began communicating with family members who worked at the camp via walkie-talkie as soon as he received the alert, which didn't include an evacuation warning, according to Carr. They started moving campers to higher ground when they saw the floodwaters, he added. Carr said the time. Come on.
So if I could, just to get some understanding with it, right? Mm-hmm. This is the devil on the end here, right? What's his name? Dick something?
Yeah, come on. Richard Dick Eastland.
Richard Dickhead Eastland. I think some Philly on it,
right?
Because these children that was in his care. These is what's the average age of a camper? Like 11 or something?
Yeah, like 10. Like 10 to like 14.
Brother, that's a real child. They still ain't they can't take certain actions themselves to save themselves.
Right.
And these is young girls at the same time. This ain't boys. These ain't tree climbing, rope climbing boys. And you waited just because the call come in the dead of night?
Right.
He get the notice at what, 1:45 a.m.?
1:14.
1:14. So just about 1:15. Mm-hmm. But he dead sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't sound the alarm or take no action till 2 a.m. because he needs to wake up. Man, that's wild, man. That is a wild, wild thing right there. That 45 minutes could have saved their lives.
Yeah.
It's like where he was.
So, somewhere sitting in his drawers watching something nasty on a laptop. I guarantee.
He looked like the type too.
He looked like the old man from Family Guy who talk every time he talk he whistle. Hey, little girls. But what would have kept him from sounding the alarm? Like I keep listening, man. I ain't nobody have to do that. I'm just saying this is a personal thing. I always tell, I got daughters. I always tell them, you want to make sure you look for a place that has men in certain positions, and you could tell they giving instructions. That's how you'll know you're in a safe area.
Right.
You're in an area where there's a bunch of happy-go-lucky men and a ton of women, try to relocate. That's just, if I'm not wrong, then you can't reach your mother or whatever. But when there's men who dictating and saying what to do, usually the type of men that teach you to be scared of, that's when you're going to be safe. That's when somebody will get out of bed. Hey, go up, run up there, get them in the car, forget these clothes, the teddy bear, get them in the car, drive up there, something. But the happy-go-luckiness and taking a chance, you take a 45, you hit snooze for 45 minutes, and everybody gone. That's a wild thing. And they're trying to celebrate him like he's some hero. They say he lost his life while trying to find her. You lost your life when you couldn't answer the call.
Right.
That's how you lose your life. Any more on that?
That's it, sir. And on this article, sir, if I may too, sir, like this is how, like, he's supposed to be a Christian counselor. Like, he's not a man of God.
Right.
Like a righteous man in the UPK, they would have treated all those girls as his daughters,
as his own.
And the Bible says a man awaketh for his daughter at night. That's what the Bible says. When you have daughters, you have a care for your daughter so much so that you awaken out of your sleep to check for those daughters. This was a nasty pedophile that did not care about these girls. And because of it, he was not a man. He was not a man of God. He was not anybody that followed God, because a real man of God would have treated all those girls like they were his precious daughters.
That's right.
He would have already been up out of his sleep, checking on them and making sure it was good. And especially if he get an alert, you understand, about they could possibly be in harm. Like, this is no man of God. There is no white man that is a man of God.
That's right.
It doesn't exist.
That's right.
The only men of God are in the UPK.
That's right, man. That's right. Because even when they say he lost his life while trying to go in there for a victim, if they got swept away, how come he didn't? Where was he to be? Okay, where was he? Is down there like a fireman to go search for the victim? You had to be operating from a position of safety, of you not in it,
right?
So now the question is, where were you when they all got swept away? How come somebody else didn't have to go find you and them?
Right.
How come you lost your life going to look for them? Because really, you was trying to save your life. Could I get that precept, please?
Okay.
He who tried to save his life will lose it. Let me get that precept, please.
Come on. Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
That's what happened here. You was trying to save your own life. You was trying to save your own life. But if these children's lives mattered, imagine he would think for a second, I have to do something, because how can I rather tell their parents all the clothes is swept away than to tell their parents they swept away.
Right.
You got to look somebody in the face and tell them why the child is not coming home. That's your fault. Like, you sought to save your life. Go ahead.
Kawakan. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it.
Right. If you wasn't such a nasty pedophile or whatever nasty thing you was doing that made you lay in bed like a dumb dog, not even barking when the danger comes. If you sought to lose that life for Christ's sake, like the Bible said, your life would have been saved and them girls' life would have been saved. But this is the proof that that camp was not a Christian camp.
Right.
It was a white supremacist camp that was just, somewhere you go just to have fun under the umbrella of the whole white supremacy. So it's just like a little party vibes for the white supremacists. But it's in that self, in your own practice of not even being in tune with how the Lord say to be. Like all these kids, is how much kids get swept away? Like 12 or something, or 15 of them?
I believe they said 13, sir.
13 of them. And you get the call 1 in the morning, and it took you 45 minutes to do any action. To do any kind of action. This is horrible. This is horrible and deplorable. And the fact that they're celebrating him is crazy.
Salaki.
Absolutely crazy to me. Salaki, go ahead, Cap.
Con, and the crazy part about it is it screams being incompetent on not just that level, but even the city level, because they had money. There's video going around where they had money from the previous administrations to set up an alarm system.
Yes.
But they took that money and they didn't spend it. They said it was communist money, and they didn't spend it on the alert system. They spent it. They gave it to the sheriff and gave everybody else a raise in the police department.
Yeah.
Yep. So this blood is on their hands.
That's right.
The Bible say, a watchman is set over a city, and if he don't blow the trumpet, that blood, them people gonna be taken in their sin, and the blood is gonna be on him.
Yeah.
You understand? So, what happened? You say you're a Christian camp. What happened to the night's watch?
Right.
What happened to who stays up late? Who, to watch for, the camp.
Right.
Every camp has a nice watch or have somebody rotating, but these are things. And once again, to add the icing on the cake, if he was like, this is of the Lord, why didn't the Lord wake him up before? Why didn't the Lord give him a dream, a prophecy?
Right.
Before this happened? Because these people are not of the Lord. Because if the Lord gonna give you don't need a weather alert from the Lord. The Lord gonna let you know ahead of time before the weather alert. You know what I'm saying? The prophets, even with the prophet, the one that spoke to what's that one that was messing with Jezebel?
Ahab.
He let him know. He said that rain coming. He let him know. He said, get up and eat and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Rain is coming.
Right.
He didn't have a weather alert. The Lord let him know rain was coming.
Right.
So these things, like I said, the Lord is about to show and prove who he's with. And it's not going to be pretty. You understand? All this, you can't blame the Mexicans for this. You can't blame this black. You can't blame nobody but yourself. They have to look in the mirror and say, we failed our people.
That's right.
You understand? You had the money, and really, I mean, that's that's like an embezzlement. Basically. You take where the money go? $5 million. I heard they had a grant for $5 million. Maybe I think somewhere a little bit $5 million or more.
It's more.
They had, and they got this just to raise the elevation or put an alarm system, a siren where they can let them know. And they said, we're not doing that. So this came back, using the word mystic. It came back to haunt them.
Yeah.
In the end. It came back to haunt them. And the Lord, you see right now, the floodgates are open. And it's not just with the floods, with all these leaks that's happening, with all this information, all these leaks that's going on, all these things are happening. And your sin will discover you.
That's right.
That's what Esau don't understand. He think that he can just do these things and they can be swept away. Well, you got to do a lot of digging to rescue those bodies now. Because that water from what I seen a picture of a tree bark. That water was up to 30, 40 feet high.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got to dig through 4 feet. They can't even bring excavators in there because there's 4 feet of mud that you got to dig. Those bodies basically been entombed in the ground, basically now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that right there, you got to know Kerrville is cursed.
Yeah.
So like I yield.
Yeah, so like I say, I the precept if you want.
Go ahead.
Can the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 6. But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take away any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
You see that?
Damn.
You see that right there showing you about accountability and leadership. You understand? The watchman is going to be blood. See, somebody has to take an account for blood.
Mm-hmm.
If blood is it's going, you can't just pass the buck, as they say in the geopolitical world. This right here, it falls on the watchman. He was the watchman. And then let's take it up a little. Let's scale up a level. Look at the city officials. Look at the sheriff. All those people who are at the top echelon of that city and the councils, they blood on their hand too.
Yeah.
Because why? They know it. How do you live with yourself? I know how you've been living with yourself for 400 years. You've been blaming other races of people. And when things like this happen and you say, well, the weather is, you call it fake news.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this look real to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
The water, my brother. I yield.
And the boss.
And Salakia, Cap, I don't know if you could dig up this one with the dude from EWT and Kong Dracula grandfather who was saying, remember when the earthquake hit Haiti?
Yeah.
Saying is because of the voodoo. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was saying because of the voodoo on the island.
With that's the dude from 700 Club, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Forget his name though. Boy,
Pat Robinson.
Pat Robinson, yeah.
That's him. He blamed them Haitians for the earthquake. Well, come on now. We gotta blame you white people for this flood.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll
take that one, Cap.
You know what I mean? If Pat will blame my brothers for earthquake, yeah, you white people got to take blame for that flood, man, for these floods that are taking place. Because you see what the evil you all been doing on the earth right now. We could talk about the past, but let's talk about right now. The evil that's going on right now. You're putting me brothers in Alcatraz.
Yeah.
You understand? You're rounding up these brothers and then violently. You understand? You going with these men, going to these Hispanics like they're criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's illegal. You understand? Like it's a crime. Like they done commit, you know what I mean, a heinous crime in this place. When they have not. They've been working hard.
It's a lot.
Go ahead.
Cap, no, I just wanted to just double back on what you said, because that's one thing them Republicans and them MAGA white people love to say. They love to say, "My God is not woke." They love to say that. Well, you should have stayed woke when the flood came.
Yep.
See, God don't sleep.
Right.
Judgment don't sleep.
That's it.
It's ubiquitous. It does not sleep. You understand? Through the water, through the fire, through the wind, the hail, the hot, the cold, it don't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're starting to see now, because they're talking about, well, 100 year, we had 100-year flood plan. Well, it just so happened that it landed on 100 years.
Right.
Hypothetically. the past and the future are colliding for the present. That's what they don't understand. God, like I said, you damn near in a time warp with social media, because you can see, you really can put a reel on, from now all the way from the past all the way up to now.
Right.
And some people even trying to use the AI to try to map out what the future gonna be. But scientists make predictions and prophets make prophecy.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's right.
And God's word never fails.
That's
right.
right.
I yield, sir.
You're right. Cap, I found the video with the video to play for you if you want.
Yeah, let them white people see that, man.
Oh Lord.
This is a calamity of cataclysmic proportions. I'm sure it's the worst thing that's happened since the tsunami, and it's just it's a mess, Pat.
Well, if all those buildings are down, I understand more are fallen than they're standing. It may be a blessing in disguise. There might be a massive rebuilding of that country. Is that possible?
Well, I don't know. I would think that that would be a pretty optimistic attitude.
Christy, something happened a long time ago in Haiti, and people might not want to talk about it. They were under the heel of the French, Napoleon III and whatever. And they got together and swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if you'll get us free from the French. It's a true story. And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal. And they kicked the French out. The Haitians revolted and got themselves free. But ever since, they have been cursed by one thing after the other, desperately poor. That island of Hispaniola is one island. It's cut down the middle. On the one side is Haiti, on the other side is the Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is prosperous, healthy, full of resorts, etc. Haiti is in desperate poverty. Same island. They need to have, and we need to pray for them, a great turning to God. And out of this tragedy, I'm optimistic something good may come.
Ever wondered what your home looks like from?
Ever wonder what your home look like underwater? Visit today the River Guadalupe.
That's right.
You can see what your home would look like, whether you were underwater with Pharaoh or you're underwater in Curvin.
All right.
That was a heavy analogy there with what he said.
Yep.
I mean, maybe this might make them, have some more sympathy. We need to pray for them, because they done turned to the devil to put Issachar and Benjamin and Levi and Zebulon in alligator Alcatraz.
Right.
They signed a pact with the devil.
That's right.
Right.
They done signed a pact with the devil. And Kahan, just to back up what you were saying, I saw the same information earlier today. I was doing some reading on this shit out. And they said the weather monitoring systems was very cheap with the amount of money they got. It would have cost them $1 million to install that system, and they did not do it. They did not do it. They said Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. The Flood Relief Fund, which raised over 30. Okay, this is after the flood. Slaki, not for this is. I'm looking for the money they want. Slaki. In 2021, Kerr County received 10.2 million from ARPA, which could be used for various expenses, including storm-related infrastructure. Kerr chose to spend most of these funds on a new emergency communication system, and did not invest in the infrastructure, which is what failed them. Then they said a flood warning system for Kerrville, Texas, including flood monitoring equipment and potential outdoor sirens, was estimated to cost around $1 million. While Kerr County sought grant funding for the project, including from FEMA and the state's infrastructure fund, they were ultimately unsuccessful in securing the funds. They done got money and didn't put it towards what it was supposed to, like what Kahan was saying. and these are sirens that would have went off. These is, they invest in a communication system, and the devil, they communicate with the devil, and he still ain't do shit.
That's right.
So what's the point of the communication system?
That's right. It's a lot.
Like they don't really know what to do with power and authority. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Cap.
No, Cap, what you said is right. And this go on, this type of wasteful spending go on, especially in the South, all over the South. And I've been especially Mississippi. But these Republican led, and it ain't just Republicans, it's the Democrats too. But I'm just talking about, so we talking about Texas, talking about the South.
Right.
They misappropriate funds constantly from the federal government, and the federal government knows it. It's almost like the federal government is paying a Confederate tax for them winning the Civil War. Because there is so much money, not just for these type of things. You got money for education, money for health services, all kind of things for, especially when they come to our people in a lot of these areas, and they get that money. Brett Favre is a prime example in Mississippi.
Right.
They get that money and they spend it on whatever the hell they want to spend it on. They big up the sheriff department and the police department, militarize them. They use the money for campaign money. All these things have been going on constantly over and over and over. But this is a pun intended, a watershed moment.
Yeah.
In politics and in embezzlement, because there is no audit. Well, God did an audit, and when it took him to flood that area for the people to say, "Hold up, let's play back the minutes from town hall. What was the flood system?" Now they saying, "Okay, where all the money goes?" Because to be honest, in a righteous kingdom, the people in charge that did this, it would be a death penalty offense. Salaki.
Yeah.
The people that took that money from the government in a righteous kingdom now, and these children lost their life because you wanted to be greedy and you didn't set up a system for them, then your life, then you would be unalive by the state.
Right.
So like I yield.
And just to add to what you're saying too, right? There's a scripture. Oh man, but you'll remember, Ellie, the fire.
Yeah.
Remember, they was in that same position too, where they got money for the I believe it's for the firemen or something they got money for, and they didn't put things in place for it, and they wasn't ready to take on that type of fire that was taking place. Like they known around that area, known to have a lot of fire.
Yeah.
And they neglected to do the same thing also to that, you know what I mean? And this is just proof that these people that's over us is not smart. The Bible call them, this is what I remember, the Bible call them a foolish nation.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is a foolish nation. This is a nation that will, you know what I mean, rather take money and put it in the pocket than try to use it to help their own people.
That's right.
Yeah.
You understand? They'll rather go take it and go, you know what I mean, and spend it on some trip. You understand? Go spend it on, you know what I mean, guns. You know what I mean, whatever they want to do, but not spend it on their own people to help them.
That's right.
You understand? I know you sitting back and you wondering, you know what I mean, how this man have this kingdom is because we disobey the Lord. It's simple. He's not smarter than you. He's not, you know what I mean, the best athlete in the world. You understand? The so-called Jewish man call himself, you know what I mean, the Jew. But ain't nobody running no 100 meters dash. You know what I mean? But tell me one Jewish man that went in the Olympics and win something, or playing basketball, doing something that's amazing. Not one of them. You understand? And now we in this situation here now. There's so much of how to put it, so much statistics to pull to show that he ain't smart. We could go with the atomic bomb that he made. That's going to what? That it will destroy the earth atomic bomb hit anyway. To say that that place ain't good for what? For over 40 years. You can't
Right.
plant nothing. You can't, you know what I mean, nothing growing, nothing. I mean, everything just gonna be dead
Yeah.
in that area. You understand? You
Yeah.
tell me somebody with brain gonna create something like this and then hold it as a trump card.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
No, these are fools. You know, see, look, watch how the earth is being run right now. The earth is in turmoil because these Caucasian males are money and power hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
These are foolish people.
Yeah.
You can imagine a man telling you, just for example, I hate to go into the politics. You all know the whole thing with Iran and America when it comes to the which is nuclear, that what do they call that, nuclear power.
Treaty.
Yeah,
The
Right.
nuclear the treaty they make.
Yeah. Barack Obama made it with the Iranians. But you
Right.
had the Iranians at a certain level. Trump came and rip it up. Came and rip it up.
Mm.
And now they're back at it. And then they're at the table negotiating. And before you know it, Israel attacking them.
Right.
Which goes to show you, you can't trust these men. You can't sit down and do nothing with these men. Because
Yeah.
they're foolish people. They don't understand that there are consequences when with things like this. You understand? They
Right.
don't understand there's consequences. That's why when a flood hit, the Democrats will blame the Republicans will blame the Democrats.
Right.
Yeah. And people getting swept away in the water and
That's
they
right.
pointing fingers at each other
Right.
instead
Yeah,
of trying to be the hero.
yeah,
Instead of trying to go in there and be the hero and make things happen, while they're pointing fingers at each other, Issachar over there is saving people.
yeah.
Exactly. It's a
Issachar
lot.
cross the border, get over there.
Come
Same
on,
thing with the
Cap.
fires. Issachar came through with the helicopter with the water
That's
and
right.
jumped the fires on them to back them up because the brother here said John C said the fire hydrants had no water. That's what you were seeing what was
Yeah.
happening with the fire in LA.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because
And like
because
everybody was good. So okay, go
because
Cap.
another family had owned a certain portion of the waters. I forget how some stupidness was going on
Right. They
in LA.
privatized it.
Yeah, they privatized the whole water system down there.
Hmm.
You understand? And you know what I mean? And now you're crying when you turn the tap on, nothing coming out, dust coming out.
Mm. Come on,
It's a
Cap.
lot, yeah. It's a lot.
Man.
It's a lot. If
Go
I
ahead.
could, if I could, Cap, like it just shows you, you know, like once again, the people not being accountable, the lack of accountability in these people that have seats, and it's showing that they're not really supposed to be in that position, even if they are elected officials,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because they cannot deal. They don't know how to run a city. They don't know how to run a camp, let alone a city, let alone a government.
Mm.
Like like all these things, and people wondering why. Well, why are these volcanoes erupting? Why are these? Because the Lord about to hit the reset button.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why all these things? Can't you see the earth? The earth is crying for new leadership.
Yep.
Right.
The earth is alive. It's a living organism. Even it's crying out for new leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And the wicked is about to wear out his welcome on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that's going on, a nuclear crisis that, and he didn't trigger the arm race over there, especially with the Ukraine, that region. It's an arms race now. When you over there, because everybody now try to get armed to the teeth. They're not
Mm-hmm.
trying to buy it. Like, okay, how much? I don't need to buy all this. How much for an army? How much can I buy an army for? I don't need all this other stuff. Just how much for an army? I need an army with weapons.
That's it.
How much will it cost?
That's it.
They arming to the teeth now. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get in some of them areas because they know it's because of him ripping, like Captain Narthok said, ripping up all these deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't read the fine print. He just ripping things up. Well, that got consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So like I yield.
Yeah, it definitely how the scripture says, let's read it real quick. Come, Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
That's it.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And that's really what's going on now, like Zach was bringing out earlier. It's down here, like they didn't even realize what's happening with their country.
Yeah.
They ain't realizing. Is that down here, okay, since that thing with DC with the helicopter, it's been one tragedy after another. And you remember the very next morning, he said, it's a DEI hire. He tried to down there blame the tribes for it one time. Brother, they ain't even talking about this too much. You know, there was some white broad who was flying the helicopter. And I forget her name, Kolesnikik or something like that. Somebody could look it up. She was flying the helicopter and they told her, change course. Her husband is a helicopter pilot too. They told her to leave, change course, and she didn't listen. She didn't listen at all. So all this DEI hire is BS. It was her. But this is them. The country is falling. You know, disaster is happening every single day.
That's right.
All over the place. You know, somebody is trying to attack the lawmakers. They done kill the lawmaker and kill more of them lawmakers visiting the house doing whatever. The school shooting, the stabbings, the fentanyl, now the earthquakes and the tornadoes, and the water is coming to take. Like this place, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 months. I don't know what is going to happen in the next 2 months. Go ahead.
It's Captain Rebecca Lobach.
Lobach.
Lobach. You know what I mean?
Something. It was some devil. But she was flying the plane. Did they say exactly what it is? You want to read it?
I got it right here if you need me to, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Khan. Shalakim. Captain Rebecca Lobach, an Army Black Hawk helicopter pilot, was killed in a mid-air collision with a commercial jet near Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport on January 29, 2025. The crash resulted in the deaths of all 67 people aboard both aircraft. Captain Lobach, 28, was a distinguished military graduate from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and had served in the Army since July 2019. Her family requested that her identity be withheld initially, but later released a statement through the Army mourning her loss. The statement described her as a bright star who was kind, generous, brilliant, funny, ambitious, and strong. Investigations into the cause of the crash are ongoing, but early reports indicate the helicopter was flying at an altitude higher than it should have been. Ronald Reagan National Airport tower alerts to the Black Hawk regarding the approaching American Eagle flight were reportedly given twice, with the second alert occurring just 12 seconds before impact. There is no indication that Captain Lobach was experiencing health issues or a medical emergency at the time of the crash.
I'm gonna find the article out. I found the article, and it was from a reputable sources, AP or Washington Post, and they said she was flying it and she ignored the call. She ignored everything they was telling her to do. Now, of course, she did. They could just be blaming her for something, but don't blame the tribes. Don't make it about us.
That's right.
Don't make this about us at all. So this place is definitely experiencing it. This is the time, as the Bible says, where the Lord has begun to visit the earth.
That's
On
right.
behalf of his people. He's beginning to visit the earth on behalf of his people.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's doing it. He's doing it right now.
It's a lucky Cap.
Go ahead, please.
And for those out there who just they got a problem with our perspective, there are white people who are experts in their field who agree with what we're saying. I'm telling you, military people agree with what we're saying about what they're doing over there with war. You got people who are emergency planners who agree with what we're saying when it comes to what happened with that flood. So there are people, his own race, that agree with what we're saying and what Commander General Yahanna has been saying. They're saying, you know what, they're right. It's our fault. We created this. We created a constitutional crisis. We created an immigration crisis. We created this environmental crisis. They're saying it themselves. So don't get offended that the UPK is saying it. We've been saying it, but now they're catching up with what we've been saying. They're saying, you know what, the Hebrew Israelites, the ISUPK, they're right. Commander General Yahanna, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
So take it up with your experts.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And Salaki too by me.
Go ahead.
And just I'm getting the overall. Maybe I might be connecting dots that don't need to be connected. I have a tendency to do that, and I recognize that. But it seems like white people have a problem with warnings.
Yeah.
It seems like white people, you're not good at recognizing the signs. You're not good at recognizing when you're being warned.
Right.
You understand? You didn't recognize it at Camp Mystic. This pilot didn't recognize that warning. You didn't recognize the warnings in the White House for 9/11. You understand? All type of like. It seems like this is a what's the word? An habitual thing for white people.
Yep.
And so it's real on code that you can't recognize the warning that the Lord is giving you to leave the Hispanics alone, to leave Black people alone, to leave Native Americans alone. And now I'm starting to understand why you're not correlating the destruction of your empire and these plagues and these natural disasters. It's starting to make sense to me now why you can't correlate the two as a warning to stop what the hell you're doing, because clearly your people have a problem with warnings. You're the type of person where a warning is not good enough. Somebody has to take it all the way there with you. And thank the Lord above that the God of the Bible, the God of the niggas and spicks and redskins, that, he is the only person, you understand, that is equipped to take it all the way there with you. And he's going to do it because you don't take heed to warnings. You don't respect being given a chance to get right. You think because judgment tarries, you have escaped justice. That's the thing. You think because you haven't been repaid for your crimes that you've gotten away with it. You're wrong. And you've been given many warnings and you've ignored it. So now you're going to pay it. Salaki.
Listen, that's right. That's absolutely right. Listen, I found the piece of it here. This is one of many, right? It's ignoring instructor, Army pilot's risky move led to deadly Washington crash. Captain Rebecca Loback failed to follow her co-pilot and instructor Andrew Eves' order to turn left in a bid to avoid the descending aircraft. Let me get some more. Hold on. A risky flying maneuver, a series of miscommunications, and ignoring her co-pilot's warnings led to the Black Hawk helicopter crash into American Airlines flight over the Potomac River in the U.S. The helicopter. Well, that's it. There's more, of course, but she didn't listen to what she was told. She decided to do something else. I don't know if she was trying to impress somebody, but they say it was a risky maneuver she tried to do, and everybody died, and they blamed us for it. They blamed us before they could pull people out of the water. Trump got on there and said these DEI hires. Now you might say, well, he was right. It was, DEI hire, woman in the military. That's not who he was talking about, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not who he was talking about. Like this place here, brother, like Trump is doing certain things that's very unprecedented, even for a white man.
Yeah.
Even for some white man. Like anybody saw the him with the Crown Prince of Bahrain today?
No.
Oh my goodness. Trump met with the Crown Prince of Bahrain today in the White House for lunch and to discuss trade and deals. You might have to pull this article. I don't think it's in there in the I don't think it's in there in the list, Kazak and Sawap. And brother, he is in there like the most unscrupulous, childish person that I have ever seen. I'm really trying to look for all the for the footage and all of that. But this is a picture here of them in the White House. And listen, there's a part when they're talking about all the trade where Trump say, you know, we're happy to discuss, you know, $17 billion worth of trade, right? He says $17 billion. No, I think it's the Arab. The Arabs say, yeah, you know, I'm you know, we bring in $17 billion worth of trade, and this is a real deal. This is a real deal. Trump turns and say, yeah, this is a real deal. This is real money. They don't have to borrow money. They don't have to borrow it, y'all. And he turns to the camera and he do this. They don't got to borrow it.
Good night, God.
And his face lights up. And then the Arabs say, yeah, we paying it all in cash. He just milking everybody for money.
That's right.
He don't give a damn. You should see how exactly extorting them. You should see how excited he got. He said, this is real money, guys. They don't have to borrow it, y'all. They don't have to borrow it. And then he turned and he smiled. I just see the smile he do to the camera. He smiled, and the prince is like, yeah, we bring in the cash. We ain't, you know, we don't have to borrow it. No, we don't have to borrow it. He was proud of our old heathen. But he in there, brother, and this is it's a you know, cash cow. It's whoever coming with the money, whoever allowing them in to do whatever it is.
Right.
Meanwhile, he goes on a rant in the same interview right there with the Bahrain crown prince, and starts to talk about the Fed boss Powell. Because they ask him, they say that's the scandal you need to talk about. You need to talk about the scandal. Don't talk about Epstein. You need to talk about this knucklehead. And he's so stupid. And he started to call this man all kind of names out. Like he was at the lunchroom. Like he, you know, going to the mess hall or something. Like you would never think this is a, you know, supposedly a distinguished leader who have some issue with whoever, knucklehead and stupid, and he's not too smart. And you don't have to be a rocket science to do this. All you got to do is with the stroke of a pen, and yeah, we might replace him. We need somebody smarter than him. And he's talking, I mean, brother, this thing here, the mafia is in the White House. Mafia, like Barack Yard, the brother from Texas. Shout out Barack Yard. Barack Yard say, is that the White House or is that a frat house? Because, brother, the only thing missing was for them to be, you know, upside down under a keg of beer. Right. He was acting like this is the boys' club, and you know, he's such an idiot, and he's this, he's that. No sort of decorum. You know, I mean, no sort of, you know, political savviness or anything like that. And you talking about somebody who's in charge of the Federal Reserve before a guest.
Exactly.
Like this is a guest who come to your country.
Right.
But because he coming with money, you could just show your ass because, you know, you just want the money. Brother, America is in for a very rude awakening.
So lucky.
Come on, Cap.
And what you're saying is so paramount, Cap, because you know, this pay to play politics is what's going on. You know, even I mean, once again, he's weaponized immigration and ISIS, you know, his personal, you know, military, and then now any foreign dignitaries or heads of state come there, you have to bring it's like paying tribute in a way, but not tribute to the United States, tribute to Donald Trump. And he's enriching his family, and like once again, a lot of these things probably not even going through the State Department. A lot of these probably talking to his family, somebody in his inner circle, and they're doing these things. But to see the risk of that is espionage, things like that. That's the risk. There's a reason they run the government the way they run it. They were running it all them years because there were certain channels of communication that you had to go through. That's over with now. Right. Now you can talk to direct. You probably pick up the phone or text him on his personal phone. Who knows? But these things, this is risky because it is showing that the U.S. security has been compromised.
Yeah,
and they don't even see this is like a Trojan horse for America. These deals, a lot of these deals are not made, and there's no transparency, and all these things are going to happen. And what happens when a deal falls through? What happens next? What happened to those people who over there on that military base over there that's in those countries?
Right.
They are going to be casualties of war, or casualties of a bad deal or a good deal gone bad. So all these things right here is happening more and more, and the Lord is showing. And let me tell you something: it's people in his own camp, that MAGA camp. They know what's going on, and a lot of them are shook up. That Epstein thing was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
They're seeing what's going on. They're like, but the pride, like you brought out earlier, the pride won't let them say, we made a grave error. This right here, but you didn't create it. It's like Frankenstein. You didn't created a monster. And now you can't control it now. You understand? He's in that position, and he's been fortified himself in that position, like a Roman emperor. I mean, you just look at the back. Look at the backdrop of this picture. It screams. It looks like a presidential palace. It looks like a king.
Well, he said that in the interview. He said he had to redo the whole Oval Office. He said he had to redo it and redo it, and then he boasts about how much he did it for, and how much money they're spending on the Federal Reserve, and they don't know what to do with money. He boasts about, I had to redo this place because it wasn't good. So he boasts about that shit too.
That's crazy. So that's showing you right there where his mindset at, and he's trying to enrich himself. And America's for sale. America, we've been prophesied this. America is for sale now to the highest bidder. Somebody got to bring him a plane. Somebody give him, some money, from their treasury to his personal account. Who knows? But what are you gonna do to stop it? You ain't doing nothing with them. You ain't doing nothing to stop all these ICE raids. You ain't doing nothing to stop all these things. He's building concentration camps all over. They got another one they try to build up there in Utah. And they got all these catching that, and every concentration camp got a theme to it. Right. Alligator Alcatraz. They got all these different names. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like his personal man, how can I put it?
Amusement park. It's definitely like an amusement park or a theme park.
Right. It's like a theme park. It's like a prison theme park for him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Jurassic World. Like, they have Jurassic World and
the water cap. There you go, right? Like then it's like, okay, what we gonna put? Okay, we're gonna be in the mountains. Let's put a lot of sharp rocks around here, so they try to escape. It's almost like, man, what the hell is in his sick, twisted mind? These are the things that are going on. But like the scriptures say, that the kings of the earth have slept with this woman.
Listen, I just had this precept here for you. I was waiting for you to finish with that one on.
I'm done, Cap Salak. I'm done.
Listen, I'm coming right back to that. Really, no, I'm running that third leg. If I could get that precept, please get Revelation 18, and I want verse 3, and then verse 9 and 10. Like this picture here, and I'm gonna probably try to make a post, or I'm trying to put it together real concise. This is how this is what we got about to read in Revelation happens. Like, everybody want to know how this thing is going to happen. This is how the tariffs. It's how this thing in Revelation here, and it's so heavy that in Revelation prophesy the mark of the beast as well, where nobody able to buy or sell. You're gonna be cut off, which is what the fucking tariffs. Come on, you have in it for what? 10, 20, 15, 30 years. It's the tariffs, it's the embargoes, it's the mark in your forehead, the Christianity and the mark in your hand, and you're gonna suffer these tariffs if you don't take his mark, if you don't get with him. You don't take his mark. He on there boasting today. He said, we haven't been in to get into Indonesia ever. Now we have a deal with Indonesia. They're paying 30% and we pay nothing, y'all. We pay nothing. You know, Indonesia is strong in copper, and we're gonna get all that copper, and we're gonna go in there, and we close to a deal with India. This is how revelation happens. First came the tariffs and the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast was always there. The tariffs, and now the prophecy. If I could get 18, start with 3.
Come. The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
America is a consumer, and the abundance of her delicacies is what she consumes. So these tariffs to Trump make sense because nobody don't want to lose the biggest contract, the best buyer. And these tariffs to bring the goods into America, of course, you're going to have how it affects the consumer because you got to pay more for it to clear. But guess what's going to happen on the back end? The merchants who you're buying it from and doing the trade with, they're going to be forced to make their cost price even cheaper to offset the local tariff. You're going to weaken them if they want to keep business. This is it. It's just like too big to fail in terms of the consumerism of America. That's what it is. Like you have this thing that consuming so much, and that's how you eating, keeping them consuming. How do I keep them consuming from me? I'm going to drop these prices down. I'm going to get with them and do whatever they want to do. And I'll get with them. I'll get in bed with them. Yeah, that's where it comes from. The strange bedfellows, they in bed with this one and they in bed with that one. It said the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
That's right.
They've done become drunk with the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That's what all the tariffs was. He come in there, you're going to pay this, you're going to pay that. And you ain't going to say nothing because you're done in bed with me. You're going to take it. You're going to pay what the hell I tell you to pay. And that's that. And now they're all in this. Little brother, this Arab say, I don't have to borrow 17 billion. I'm coming with 17 billion to do trade with you. 17 billion is on the table. That's what this Arab said this morning. You see how he leaned back smiling. You see how he leaned back? He chilling out. That's a far cry from Zelensky.
That's right.
Trump is praising him. You see how Trump praising him. He said we already bought, I forget the amount of money. He said we already bought X amount of $1 million in American technology. American war technology is just the best. It's simply the best. That's what the Arabs saying to Trump. And Trump turned around and said, yeah, he's a man. He knows what he's about. He knows what he is. And he just, we're going to do great business together. The kings of the earth done commit fornication with her.
That's right.
Skip down to verse 9, please.
Come.
In fact, you could start at verse 8.
Come. Verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Say it again.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Most High power who judgeth her.
Now they think God is weak. That's why they say the river thing, the water was an act of God.
That's right.
They think God is weak. They could just dismiss it and just be like, it's God's fault. You're blaming Republicans and Democrats. It was an act of God. Who you gonna be mad with? God? Ain't no sweat. He gonna bring some more.
That's right.
Bring some more. Because God is strong. And he gonna bring these plagues in one day. In a short season, your country gonna be upside down. Keep reading. And it's going to be clear. It's not a DEI hire. It's not immigration. It's not global effing warming. Ain't no ice cap bring that river in Guadeloupe. You will know God had judged her. You're going to know it. Keep going.
Come. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her.
Brother, these kings, these heathens who done commit fornication and live deliciously. Imagine what he's going to make if he's willing to part with $17 billion. Imagine what he's scheduled to make out. They're living deliciously with this place while we in cages surrounded by alligators.
Mm-hmm.
While our children get separated and given foil blankets and a Capri Sun and a little biscuit a day. They got none of them say I ain't doing no business with you. You know much of these Arab nations turned down Starbucks and wouldn't let certain movies and Pepsi and Coca-Cola come into their country because they was owned by Jewish people and they're siding with Palestine. You know how much of these Jewish companies and businesses suffered losses in the Arab world once they found out that these was Jewish owned. But they hear about what's going on with us, and not near one of them say, I ain't coming to the White House until y'all shelf that alligator Alcatraz.
That's right.
Like you'll lose how much children in a detention center?
Right.
Nah. I'm not coming to sit with you. Fix that situation first and show me you fix it before I get there.
So lock it, Cap.
Come on, Cap.
And that's what heavy. That's what make it fornication. Because you it's no morality.
That's
like
right.
You want a whore, you gonna sleep with that. Okay, so that's what makes it fornication. This is a strange woman.
Yeah.
The whore is set up on many waters, but the money's right. The pleasure of it. That right there, I mean, what you bringing out, Cap, I mean, it's straight up nuclear. It's straight up nuclear and it's biblical. And this picture here, I mean, you can see it. I mean, the words are jumping off the pages.
That's it. That's it, brother. If anyone you all had time, just go back and watch it. It wasn't long coverage. It was about maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You know, he says something, the crown prince says something, then they took some questions. But brother, the whole thing was like they were so excited because of the expected windfall from this 17 billion at least, and that's the money they let us know about.
That's right. That's right.
Think about what they ain't talking about that coming, in the coffers. Listen, yeah, you should see how Trump said. Listen, he said the Arabs say, and I want you all to know this deal is real. It's not a made up deal. It's a real deal. And Trump say, yeah, it's coming with real money. They don't got to borrow it. They don't got to borrow this money. And then he turned and he smiled like he get like more. You remember the Christian? Money. Brother, he smiled at that camera at the thought of $17 billion cold hard cash.
Come.
You should see how he smiled.
It's a lot, Cap. You know what's so crazy? Like, and he cutting these deals, and even with Africa, right? Them Africans, like all you Pan Africans, it's your time to shine now. They setting up, they sending people in detention camps over in Africa.
Right.
You ain't got nothing to say about them Africans cutting deal with Trump.
Come on, man.
Like they cutting deals left and right.
Yeah.
And I mean, but this is the beautiful thing about the Bible. As the young brothers and sisters say, the Lord, he has the receipts. Okay, he got the receipts and he has the invoices.
Right.
So you may think, see, like Captain Shock said, they're just the money you know about. We ain't talking about the dark money.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the tax-free money. We ain't talking about the money that's under the table. We ain't talking about that. Every nickel and dime, the Lord, that's why the Bible said, what Cap bringing out is spot on what this is, and this is showing you how politics work on a global scale, what he read.
Yep.
So like, I yield.
Now you right that. Go ahead, Cap, please.
No, that's after what you're saying too. And the scripture that come to mind with this also too is what the Bible says for the root of the love of how is it go again?
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
That's it. You understand? Like they love money. Caucasians, they love money. There's a book I was reading, and it was one of those books on the Taino Indians, right? Something like La Casas. I forget his name.
Bartholomew de la Casas.
Yes, it was a book. I think his journals, one of his journals, and in there, the brother was saying the god of the so-called white man is gold, which is money.
Yeah.
And that's their god. They worship that. That's why it ain't a shock to us to hear your politicians on bought out already.
That's right.
You understand? Like you going to your politicians telling them what your community needs, but you going with just what, a thought? These people coming with briefcases. Guess what? Your thought means nothing to a briefcase to these men.
Right.
These men, money moves them. Money is what make them wake up in the morning. Money is what make them go to sleep comfortable at night.
Yeah.
You could live, you could die. They don't give a rat's tail about you.
Yeah.
You see that money?
Right.
Yeah.
Boy, you give in between Caucasian and money and brother, you know what I mean? You
It's a wrap.
better be willing to meet your maker.
That's right.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Cap, I had to go look up the GDP for Bahrain. For 2023, the gross domestic product is $46.08 billion US dollars. That's their GDP. That's the what they could generate per, considering the amount of people they have. The gross national income, meaning all the money they make for the year in terms of purchasing power, right? Purchasing power is $95 billion in 2023.
And still cap, that's oil?
That's oil products, other things they export, investments, and all that type of shit. It's not just oil. But they got these devils here, they got money. These Arabs here, they got paper. And this is just 1 year. And this ain't even, Azerbaijan and them men making $80 billion. You know what I mean? So they're making ridiculous money out. We are the forgotten, which is why we have to separate from this place and understand that our salvation comes with their destruction and it comes from the Lord.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Let me get a little bit more. Go ahead. So read again from verse 9.
Come. The book of Revelation, chapter 19, 18 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Right. This is how this comes to pass, because they're all getting in bed with her right now. There's some of them trying to cement the place in the bed, others trying to get in the bed with her.
That's right.
You see, Indonesia, Bahrain, they say they're about to go strike a deal with India, which is again, they're trying to peel India off of BRICS. They're trying to disrupt the whole BRICS alliance. And money talks. So they're going to get in bed with her. They're going to F this whore because the payout is going to be so big and financially good for them, because this whore is a consumer. You ain't just paying this whore to have sex with her. This whore is going to buy a bag from you. This whore is going to buy shoes from you, lipstick, eyeliner. I mean, everything, belts, buckles. I'm speaking metaphorically. Like, America is such a huge consumer. It makes sense when it's put to you like that to try to get in the stream of their appetite. So you make money. And they all jumping in there. And the Bible say they're going to stand afar off. They're going to bewail her, Salakia, and lament when they see her burning, because they're going to stand afar off and see that $17 billion investment is up in smoke.
That's right.
It's lit. It's burning with thermonuclear war. It's being destroyed, because remember, these heathens don't believe in God. they're not going to see the destruction of this place and think, okay, God came. They're going to see it like a natural disaster.
Right.
And they're going to start to think, how are they going to fix their economies? What's our future? They're going to lament like, God damn, I done put so much money into America. I done put so much money. How are we going to fix this? Keep reading.
Can standing afar off for the fear of a torment, saying,
Right?
Alas,
They standing
alas.
afar off. They're going to stay far because they're going to realize something happening to America and they want no part of it.
That's right.
That's what they say for the fear of her torment. Just like they stood afar off when we was tormented. When we in them cages, when we getting brutalized, they ain't want no part of that, no problem. Ain't no, so it's coming to you though.
That's right.
They stood afar off for her torments. Go ahead.
Saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
They're gonna say, alas, alas, like damn. Shit, man, it's shit. It finally fell. It finally fell. Like you ever see a boxer who is, you know, a world champion, he's unbeatable, or some football team go on a winning streak. They have a ridiculous 50-something games, they lose, and then they lose. And everything is, man, the so-and-so, the Patriots have finally lost a game. Oh man, their run has come to an end. At last, somebody has beaten them. That's what this is. Like they done been on a whole winning streak and they down now. They down. Once in the 1 hour, their judgment come. Go ahead.
Can. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
That's what this is here. Like this here, the Lord setting this whole thing up with these tariffs and these deals. Remember, he said 100 deals in 100 days. Of course, the timeline expire, but that devil is going to get them deals out. They are going to genuflect to him because why? Nobody wants them containers on the ports no more. They ain't feeding the family. America is the biggest consumer, and really the Western Hemisphere is the biggest consumer on planet Earth. It's so excessive. It's so living in excess. Sooner or later, you're going to want to play balls. That 30% ain't sounding too bad. That 20%, you know, in fact, we're going to make the deal sweeter for you. We're going to take 20% off our cost price. So that 20% you paying at the tariff, it's going to balance out. You're going to buy more from us because it's cheaper now. It's gonna be so sweet for these heathens until the Lord destroy the store. You're going to show up at the mall and the mall going to be burnt to the ground. And nobody going to be there to buy your goods. That same smile, brother, he's smiling so much he red. You see his face? Oh, his face is stretched. He's smiling.
His tie got tighter. His tie.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Like how you smile and your tie get tighter. Like you know.
He $17 billion, Zach. He talking about, and then he bragging. Yeah, we ain't got to borrow that. That in the bank. So that's a lot. Yeah. I was so jealous there this morning. I'm listening to that shit. I'm like, 17 billion? The average person don't even have 1,700 in the bank.
Come on, Captain.
17 billion. You ain't got to borrow. You ain't got to co-sign. Shit.
So lock it.
Go ahead, please.
Nah, Cap, but you saying it so right. Satan, he got deep pockets, man. And boy, I mean, it get deep. It's so deep, it go all the way to hell. You know, see, here's the thing: you can't take money from the devil and then blame God. It don't work like that. Right. You understand? Like he's not. Once again, like the scriptures bringing out what you brought out so heavy, Cap, because they don't count the human costs.
Yeah,
you consuming. Like I said, America is the biggest consumer. Why? Because they consume us. Like we're the leverage.
Yeah,
in this capitalistic. So-called Western European Christian society, quote unquote, as they say. So you have the gift that keep giving oppression. You can oppress. You find new ways to oppress. Now these deals is going to be tailor made to oppression. It got something to do with immigration. It got something to do with produce. It got, like you said, the natural resources, all kind of things. But once again, it's all intertwined. And that's what your pastor not bringing this out. Why? Because they haven't been taught by Commander General Yahanna.
That's right.
These things, everything in Revelation, all the way down to the 10 common markets, all these things are coming to fruition now.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to see all these things. And this bed that this horse sits in is a king size bed.
Yeah.
You understand?
Room.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room to commit whoredom on every side. And this is what they're doing. And that's what this picture here is what whoredom look like.
That's
you can see he's satisfied. You can see you can see his face is full of satisfaction. And there's going to be more political dissidence in these countries.
Yeah.
You think his people in that country is all everybody agree with this deal? No. There's some people who oppose the governing body, and they don't like these deals. They don't like this. They don't believe America is Arab enough or whatever what they believe. But this here is gonna backfire in more ways than one. And let me tell you, all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, you would die trying to spend a lot of that. I'm sorry, you will be unalive trying to spend a lot of that money. $17 billion, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some things some things ain't worth selling out your country, but he's found there's a traitor in every race.
Yeah.
I'll just put it like that. So like I yield.
It's like it, sir. It's like it's Kamal Khan, sir, and Cap. What y'all all saying is heavy, but just to go up a couple of verses, Captain Shock, what you were saying about how like she committed fornication with the kings of the earth.
Yeah.
Like it always surprises me. Well, not now that I'm in the truth, but it's funny how these nations know what's happening to our people.
Yeah.
And they never speak on it in this position. Like right here, this crown prince, he's sitting here and he loving the fact that he know the cards is in his table. He watched Donald Trump with Zelensky tell Zelensky the cards are not in your table.
Yeah.
And then you don't think he noticed that the whole background looked different and Trump demeanor is different. Like he recognizes that Donald Trump is now placating to him. And at the same time, he also knows that America is building alligator Alcatraz. He recognizes what America is doing to Black people and Hispanics. And it just takes me back to history to prove what you're saying in the scriptures. During the Vietnam War, there was a radio personality in Vietnam called Hanoi Hannah. And Hanoi Hannah was a Vietnamese woman, and her goal was to psychologically get just Black men, specifically Black men. That was her goal, to leave the Vietnamese war. And the tactic that she used was over the radio. They would do radio broadcasts to the Vietnamese soldiers. And you can hear actual broadcasts of this translated, and it's eerie. And she's talking about all of the things that are happening to Black people in America. GI, that's how she talked. GI, you know America doesn't care about you, Black GI. America doesn't love you, Black GI. You're going to go back home and you're going to still be a second-class citizen, GI, Black GI. Like this is recorded. You can pull this up. Hanoi Hannah. And this is proof that every nation recognizes and are absolutely familiar with what exactly is. There you go. Trend Nicole. However you say that nonsense.
Yeah.
You understand? That's her. And the voice is so iconic that Vietnam veterans, you understand, it triggers in some of them a damn near visceral response because that voice was so planted in Black veterans' heads because it worked. It didn't work at the time, but it worked in the sense of Black men got back to America and they was like, this is what that Vietnamese woman said. She said this is what's going to happen. The point of this is these other nations know exactly what's happening to you.
Right.
And they know how to use it when it's trying to benefit them. Meaning these Vietnamese didn't give a damn about Black people when they were benefiting from America. You understand? They didn't care. Vladimir Putin didn't care about what was happening, who the Jews really are, until they went to war with Ukraine, and then he wanted to bring out what was in the vault of the Jews being black.
Right.
He didn't care then. You understand? Iran and other nations, and you're going to see this happen too. Other nations are going to now bring out the truth that the UPK has been saying since 1969.
That's right.
You're going to see other nations now affirm what we've been saying through the Spirit of Christ since 69. But the problem is everybody's quiet when you're in bed with that whore.
Yeah.
When you in bed with that whore, you keep your mouth closed. You understand? You keep your mouth closed about what you already know what's happening to us. But when it's time, when the whore turns against you, now you want to air all the pillow talk. Now you want to air all the dirty laundry. Now you want to use the people that you know are suffering from America to your advantage. And that's why I have no compassion or sympathy, and Christ won't either, for you other nations, because you are sleeping. You are in bed with America, and you only bring up our suffering at the hands of America when it benefits you. So like
that's right. Because you so right. You so right. I found a little bit of the audio here. Hold on.
Car in a plane.
Oh shit, Salaki, hold on.
Yeah, yes, you see that? I was like, hold up, some heavy getting dropped there.
Yeah. I mean, I would have go home, Mark, if I heard that shit.
Me too.
I would have gone. I would have say less.
Right, me too.
Say less, Hanoi. Train, no trick a nigga. NGO, whatever his name is. All right, tell me if y'all could hear it. All right, hold on. Is it playing?
Live, sir.
No.
How the fuck to play this shit? Okay, how about now?
Now.
Damn.
Like when I heard it on TikTok, sir, and still to this day, I wasn't even in Vietnam. I wasn't even old enough to even think about it. But I've heard a couple recordings of this, and it's etched in my head. Like that's how psychologically moving it is. Like the things she was saying was so spot on.
Yeah.
And I reckon I hear the voice, and she's like, "Gi." I just remember her saying, "Gi."
I think them brothers who be doing them horror movies, Ryan Coogler and Key and Peele, they need to do a horror movie with this shit up.
Oh God, that doesn't sound like to me. It's for real. It's like something that haunts your nightmares. You should go home, GI. America doesn't love you, GI. Yeah.
GI.
Right.
GI. Yeah, okay, let me see if this one works. I was trying not to show the picture. This picture, I'm gonna flatter the damn broad.
GI, your government has abandoned you. They have ordered you to die, GI. Do not trust them. Defect, GI. It is a very good idea to leave a sinking ship.
You can still hear?
They lie to you, GI. You know you cannot win this war. Your rich leaders grow richer while you die in the swamp, GI.
So like she said, the swamp.
They will give.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
She said your rich leaders getting richer while you there here dying in the swamp, GI. Damn.
You a medal, GI, but only after you are dead. Your government lies to you every day, poor soldier. You have lost this war, GI. Your army will leave you behind. Imperialists make you fight this war, GI. They do not.
Listen now, okay. Listen, something that's coming with this thing here. The reason, what's the reason they target Israel with this shit? Like,
Mhm.
why would she target Israel with this shit? Is it the strength that the brothers were showing in the Vietnam War?
Kawakan, it's documented, sir. If I may, I didn't mean to cut anybody else.
Come on, please.
Kawakan, it's documented that black men and Hispanic men, Puerto Ricans, there's a unit and from the Bronx, it's a Puerto Rican unit. I used to know at the top of my head. Black and Hispanic men, like all wars, were the deciding factor. Even though America lost the Vietnam War, but it was black and Hispanic men that kept America in the fight. Because black and Hispanic men, according to the Vietnamese, were fighting like they were demons. According to the Vietnamese, that's how they describe them. They were fighting like they were demons, meaning like they couldn't understand how these were people, these were men that were so fearless in foreign territory and that were so effective in fighting. The white men were so scared of black men that they tell you how a lot of white men turned on black units and and it was a lot of infighting between black and white soldiers because it was hell for a lot of them brothers, man. It was hell, and them brothers were so valiant and brave fighting for this stinking oppressor. And so the Vietnamese, they recognize that they getting the reports from the battlefield, and they recognize we got to stop the strength of this. And the strength of this is these niggas. And there's another one too, where she's specifying, this is a good one, but she's talking about specifically black people. She says, you're going to go back and be a second-class citizen, GI. They're not going to love you when you get back, GI. You're fighting this for nothing, GI. It's etched in my head. It's a damn horror story. So lock it.
Listen, go ahead, Cap.
No, I think I'm going to say the same thing. Mike, you're going to say too, because it's still current for today. That's what she's saying. What she's saying is still current for them brothers today. That's what I mean. I may have said that that's still on the internet because you know what I mean, brother. You know what I mean, not you hearing that. I'm not in Israel military, but I'm hearing that and it making sense.
It ain't gonna resonate like today. Go ahead, so I'm
not it's like yes, because even just hearing it for the first time, it sparks something on me, and it's like, nah, this thing can't get out. Imagine like somebody actually know who you is, and in order to really keep you at bay, for you not to go forward to fight a war that doesn't belong to you. This is what I'm gonna do. So hey, remember your people back there, you know, your people not here. So better you go back and see what's going on with your family, because your family living a life that every other nation living over them, and like nah, that just listening that good night.
It was severe psychological. Go ahead, Collins, please.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about that. It made me think about which one came first. I know Muhammad Ali when he said that he wasn't gonna fight the war. He said, "Ain't no Vietnamese ever called me a nigga." So I don't know. I wonder they probably saw that clip and said we can use this because they were aware of the resistance that was taking place here as well with a lot of those brothers who didn't want to fight, and they used that as their propaganda as well. You know what I'm saying, in that war. But I believe, like I said, I don't know which one came from. I don't know if she made that first or Ali said what he said first. But I do remember him saying, "Why am I gonna go fight these people over here, oppressed people? I'm gonna fight them when my people over here oppressed by this man who won't give me equal rights or freedom or whatnot." So I mean, it's heavy. So like,
listen, like you so right. Like it play off each other, and it's such a psychological and well studied and well crafted. They did not give a Vietnamese man that to say, because the optics of it is I'm killing him in the field.
They
give it to the woman, and of course we know through war a lot of soldiers always stay back and always get with some foreign woman, and at that time it's some old young foreign woman. You get the point? It's more susceptible to hear it, especially if you done had dealings with them. You start, why are you here? Well, I'm just here because I get drafted. But they don't like us over there. Them hoes getting the whole story. Remember, they're one people.
Right.
So they're going to talk and say, yeah, let's use that to get them out. I have one correction. If you view Viet Cong, you should have consulted with an Israelite. You made the message out to the wrong race.
Right.
Like, we are honorable people. If we sign up to do something, we sign up. We so honorable. We have a code in selling drugs and doing crime. Like you don't now bring a whole 15 kilos, across state lines, and somehow we had to have a sit down over you signing something off on consignment before me, or the no snitching, or the stealing, or something. There's honor in everything we do. If you had geared this to young white men, the army would have folded on itself. Because young white men would have just friendly fired everybody. They would have heard, GI, you should go back to Nebraska, GI. Right now, your friend Tim is having sex with your wife, GI. GI, you need to go back home, white boy, GI. Why are you out here? They don't care about. You should have geared all of that propaganda towards young white males. All that propaganda just make us know we in the wrong war. But we as a people, we ain't gonna turn no guns on nobody and defect and do all of that shit. That defecting is predominantly a young white man's thing. Defecting from the military is predominantly a young white boy thing. They'll sell the ammunition, sell a bullet, sell the plates in the bulletproof vest to the opposition to get out, to get me a ticket to Florida. If you had made this propaganda to white boys from Idaho, it would have been worse for America.
Yeah,
it would have been worse.
And just to add to,
go ahead.
What you're saying too, Kat. Like, just remember, these other nations don't give a damn about you, black man,
right?
Hispanic man, and Native Indian. This woman is not saying this because this is not your fight.
Exactly.
She's saying this to put a division between you and the oppressor.
Yeah.
You understand? She wants you to do the dirty work for her people.
That's right.
You understand? That's why she's saying that to black men. But it's not that this ain't the fight. Of course, it ain't the fight. But this Vietnam woman is not saying that because in her mind, this ain't your fight. She wants you to fight the oppressor for her, like every other nation. Every nation wants you to do their dirty work.
Yeah.
Wants you to wash the drawers. We don't wash drawers for the nation, man. Time for us, we got to stop that.
Yeah.
You understand? We've been, cleaning the oppressor's laundry for over 400 years. You understand? And some of us buy into China. So you gonna let the Chinese now be your master.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like black people, we gotta wake up and realize these other nations know that there's one less nation in the fight.
Yep.
And that's you. You understand? And they're willing to fight each other while you don't even know there's a war taking place.
Right.
You think the Chinese love you. You think, the Asians. You think America love you. None of them love you.
Right.
They love the position you're in.
Yeah.
That position you're in, they love it. Wait until you start waking up and you realize, oh, this shiny store, they got to come out of the community. What y'all doing in here?
That's right.
What you all doing in here? You all selling what? Food? Okay, so what you doing for the community?
Right.
You understand? Wait till you start to wake up and you realize that the Chinese taking all the money from the black community and spending it in their community.
Yeah.
Wait till you realize the East Indian They're taking your money and taking it back to their community.
That's right.
Then we'll really see if the Vietnamese and them, if they really love us, if they really care about us. You understand?
Yeah.
I yield.
Salagi, if I may too.
You go ahead,
Captain Kawakan, Captain, I thought when you said it so heavy, and Captain Shock, what you said, okay, is the wisdom of a prophet.
Most incredible.
And as you said it, I never even considered that perspective, and it just blew my mind just now. How you said if the Vietnamese were wise, of course they don't have that wisdom because they're dogs, just like the white man.
Yep.
If they were wise, they wouldn't have formulated that message to black men. They would have done better research and realized black people and Hispanics and Native Americans, we are the most loyal.
Yep,
that's right.
To any cause we decide to be a part of.
Yes, sir.
So it would have been futile. It would have been futile. It would have been pointless for you to address that to us. I was in the white man's military when that punk white boy, Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. I remember his name.
Yeah,
I remember his name. That punk white boy, Sergeant Bo Bergdahl, lied about being kidnapped. And I remember like it was yesterday, all the intelligence, they were saying, he's saying this, but they already knew that he was lying. It was like he was lying. He was a punk. He was scared. And he defected to the Arab side. I forgot if it was the Afghanis or the Iraqis at the time. I can't remember that part.
Right.
But I remember that. And apparently that's a common thing amongst white soldiers.
Yes.
We don't hear about it in the mainstream media. That's a common thing amongst white soldiers to defect or to now sympathize. There you go. Punk. I remember him.
That's a punk.
Yeah.
He looked like Earthworm Jim. You know Earthworm Jim? Disgusting.
Hey, Earthworm Jim should be his new name.
I mean, come on, man.
That's what it looked like. I remember like it was yesterday, and most people were saying he was a hero. And then all the soldiers in the intelligence unit, which I was in, they was like because they knew better. They already had the intel what was really going on. It's like that nigga's a punk, and he sympathized with the enemy. He's not the anomaly. He's not an outlier. That is common amongst white men, where white men go overseas and they think they're heroes, and then they see what war is really like. Commander Yahanna brought it out on the show. A lot of you white men, you looking and yearning for war because you never really been in real war.
Right.
So you've never seen what it's like to shed blood and to be shot at and to hear explosions. You've never been in real war. So you think that you're such a hero and you're a Rambo and you want war. Yeah, you're just like this punk, Sergeant Bo Bergdahl. When you see real warfare, Salagi. Yes, Salagi, sir. When you white boys see real warfare, not you bullying blacks and Hispanics in America, when you see real warfare from real enemies,
right?
Oh, you sympathize with the enemy real fast. You understand their cause real fast. And this is a common thing. Esau not going to tell you. I'm telling you from what I know. You understand, from an intelligence standpoint, Esau military, this is more common than you would believe. Yep. They defect. So, Cap, what you said, to bring it back to the point, that's a prophet's wisdom. Like, if the Vietnamese had that wisdom, they would have never even addressed us, because black men and Hispanic men, Native American men will die fighting for what we believe in.
Hell yeah.
The white man won't. Slide.
Yeah, exactly. You listen, Kazak, you so right. You so right, bro. Like you would hear the little stories or the articles about these oppressors when they're ready to get as long as they're on the base, they're training and doing their runs. When it's time to get deployed, they'll break their own hand off. They'll break their own hand in a damn tank door or get somebody to stomp on them so they could go to the medic. I forget the unit, whatever the unit is, and go there to get excused from getting deployed because they don't want to go in the heat of the battle. They don't want to go in the heat of the battle. They'll sell the equipment so they could get across, the terrain to get back to the west. They'll defect. Like if Hoy and them was really about something, they would have targeted them. They would have really targeted them, and the war would have been over. The war would have been over. He don't got no culture. He a culture vulture. He a culture bandit. He don't know nothing about culture. He ain't there to fight for nothing. You give him an excuse to go, he gone. Go ahead, Salak. Oh, Salak.
If I could.
Go ahead, whoever.
Go ahead, Cap. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
I was just gonna tell Mashak, while Cap and Kahan coming in, I put something in the chat for you.
I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, check it out. So go ahead.
No, I wanted to say no. It's so heavy because when you think about George Washington, right? I always hear about that story when they was fighting in the wintertime, and he had to burn the bridge so they wouldn't desert. They had.
Oh man. Oh man, God! Listen, you so right. Go ahead, please, Salakia.
Like he had. They said there's an old story about him burning the bridge so they couldn't go back. And they had, they were down to, they had basically was out of shoes, or it was some heroin store they had to fight, but he did that. And a lot of them know that. Those of them that know, okay, man, I gotta make it where they have to fight.
Right.
And that's why there's an old saying in war that the first casualty in war is truth. Because they're not gonna tell their soldiers everything.
That's right.
Because they know if they told them the whole truth, they would desert. They wouldn't be fighting these wars.
Exactly.
If they told them that this war was about oil, or this war was about enriching the government, or enriching themselves, rich men, they would not be fighting. Look at the Civil War. Right. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened. They made it was about rich white plantation owners, and they sons didn't fight. They paid some white person, some poor scallywag white person who thought it was about, upholding the white establishment. You know what I'm saying? But the propaganda is, it's serious, man. But once again, they know if they really knew what they were really fighting for, the whole thing, they would turn on their own government.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they don't want so many leaks. They don't want all the information to come out. They don't want these things because they're understanding that they're just cannon fodder. You know what I'm saying? So definitely it's not in them, because a one-sided war ain't a war.
Right.
If you just slaughtering people, that's not, when you can meet on equal ground, or that person started to counter you as more than you counter them, then the whole thing changed now.
That's right.
Now you want what they call a ceasefire. Now you want that's what happened over there when Iran started firing the missiles back at them Israelis over there. They started to say, "Hold up, we weren't ready for the timeout." Timeout. You know what I'm saying? Like when like I said, war is ugly. Like the general brought out, it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? And when you start to think I got the upper hand, and then it changed on you, the nature of the battle changed. You can't say, "Oh, hold up, no, I was on the wrong side." It don't work like that. That's why the Bible say when a man go to war, he count the cost.
Right.
That's right.
Before you take on building a city or take on going to war, you have to count the cost.
Right.
You understand? So these are the things that they haven't done. But I just wanted to bring, because that made me think about George Washington and all those different stories. He burned that bridge because he knew they were going to do that. They would have probably commit mutiny. He already heard the rumblings before when they start eating horses. He started to say, you know what? They're gonna either kill me or they're gonna turn back or they're gonna turn cold. Let me go ahead and burn. You know what? Give me some firewood and burn that damn bridge the hell off. And they had to fight. You know what I'm saying? And so goes the story of America. So like I yield.
Listen, cause I'm here looking for the precept. That was such a heavy correlation and recollection from their own history to match with what Kazak's saying. Because brother, imagine he had to burn the bridge so they can't go nowhere. So if you want to die, you could just stay here and die, or you could fight and die. But you can't go nowhere. There would be no first aid. Meanwhile, David and his men was on the run, eating corn from the field, eating bread, from at the mercy of the priests, sleeping in the caves where the sheep and them would be. Saul was in a cave across from them, down near the same damn mountain. David's men espied Saul and said, David, Saul right there. Let's go get him. David said, I ain't going to touch the Lord's anointed. And nobody left David. Nobody say, this nigga crazy. What the hell? I ain't seen my family in years. We on the run for no reason.
Right.
Nigga, I eat corn. Some people don't like corn when it boil or roast because it's too hard. You ever eat corn off the damn stalk? That's it, brother. And they didn't defect.
And the war could have been over with.
The war, that's the thing. They take care of Saul. They would have went home and listen, nobody would have charged them for nothing. Because why? Saul was in the wrong. David said, stay your hand, soldier. I ain't gonna touch the Lord's anointed.
Damn right.
And his men sent cat on the one can. They said, all right, no sweat. We're gonna stay a little bit more in these caves.
Damn right.
We're gonna stay a little bit more in these caves. I'll go one further. After he done cut the hem, I'm trying to find the precept, but for time's sake, I'm gonna paraphrase it. After he done cut the quarter off of Saul's garment and showed Saul, listen, Saul, I could have killed you, and I didn't. I was right there at your neck. And Saul got cut. Saul, I think he cried and apologized and told him he could come home. David, in wisdom, didn't go home right away. Stayed out even more with his men, and none of them men left him.
Yeah.
Want real honorable men, you need to look in the Black and Hispanic, and go look in Alligator Alcatraz for honorable men.
That's right.
That's where you'll find real honorable, loyal men. You white boys, I hate when they come up to the camp. I fought for your freedom. Bullshit.
That's right.
You was 2 seconds away from selling your shoelaces.
That's right.
You go sell your shoelaces to some little Arab boy. Get them the plates in your damn flak vest. You just sell your helmet, your goggles, every goddamn thing to make it back to Miss Daisy sweet potato apple pie, whatever it is.
Come on, Captain.
You just sell everything just to get back to America.
Right.
Meanwhile, blacks and Hispanics is, dying to go across there and get into war.
Yeah.
Dying to go across there and get into war. Boy, I'm not
Salaki, Cap. If I can say one, I ain't mean to cut you off, Cap. Salaki, now, Cap.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, I just want to say, Cap, what you saying is so right. They try to do that down to try to come up to the camp. Oh, we fought for this. I did this. Let me tell you something. Go under that bridge down there. But a brother who ain't got no legs in that wheelchair, he can give you what he can tell. He still got his medals.
Right.
He can tell you what company he was in, how many tours he done been in.
Yeah.
And he's still having nightmares of the people he mowed down when everybody abandoned him.
Right.
You understand? And he drink a fifth of Jack Daniel when it's below zero to stay warm.
To stay warm. Yep.
Those are the real soldiers.
Right.
You understand?
That's right.
The men that down there homeless, the black, Latino, Native American men on that bridge,
Right.
out of there that's homeless, those are the real heroes.
That's right.
Who can't get health care. And listen, they have the war wounds to show it.
That's right.
I got stabbed here. I got shot here. I got this. You understand? It blew my legs off, but I still was gunning them. I still was mowing them down with the carbine. Let me tell you something, man. Those are the real soldiers.
That's right.
Okay? That's real. Like that. They have those are the men who fought them wars in Desert Storm and so forth. Tell us about who the hell you fought. Listen, don't get me started. Like I said, we go in and they tell you and they could probably tell you that you have stolen valor.
Yeah.
That's right.
You understand? You ain't been in the trenches with the men down there, man. The men got
Right.
stories that make you want to cry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And let me add to what you are saying, Cap. Right now, I ain't fully getting to this book as yet. It's called The Second by that Carol Anderson woman. Right
Okay.
now, I'm on page, I believe it's 19 of her book. Listen to this, right? It says combine the stark realities of not having enough white troops, unreliable state militias, and armed slaves emboldened by the promise of freedom compel Congress to strongly reconsider the white only criteria for the Continental Army. Nonetheless, the colony's new recruitment policies slammed into the palpable and voice by George Washington himself that if the enslaved or free blacks were armed, and it would only further irate those remaining in servitude. But the time out to deliberate any further, with the British closing in and a continental army stretched to its very limits. It was do or die. At that moment, most white Americans made the decision to live.
Right.
They needed black men to take up arms against the British if the United States was ever going to become more than a failed revolt
Yeah.
against the king.
Damn.
In 1777, Connecticut allowed masters to free their slaves to permit their enlistment in the Continental Army. Massachusetts made free blacks and enslaved eligible for military service. You
Boy, I feel it. Forwards, boy.
Cap.
That's right, Cap.
Forwards.
Cap.
Listen, you know, UK 2 weeks ago said they're going to put money in a fund to pay reparations to the Windrush. They're giving it to some preacher to distribute. The tape going around all over the place. You know why they decided to pay reparations to the Windrush, right? Because Russia say, UK, watch yourself. I'm gonna blow you all out the water. UK, remember UK said last year they have planes but no pilots. They have tanks, no drivers. They need niggas to go to war. So all right, let's get them some money now.
Yeah.
They made a whole big. I'm gonna look for the video and post it. They made a whole big speech and say we want to thank the Windrush generation. And we was wrong for how we treated y'all. Without y'all, we couldn't build England back. I'll look for the tape. And they say because of it, we're gonna put aside money to pay the descendants and the families of the Windrush. Because they need soldiers. Go ahead,
No, Cap, what you saying is so right. It's so and it's what the scriptures say that their children gonna seek to please the poor.
That's right.
Like you
That's
go,
right.
hold on. You know what? We realize the error of our ways. We just want to welcome you with open arms. Hold on, everybody, stand back. Hold on now. Why now?
Right.
Yeah.
Why now? This is why you got to pay attention to Commanding General Holland's weekly addresses.
That's right.
See, if you not aware of what's going on in the global scale, you will get duped. Like, why now? Because we are on the fringes of your empire. Right. And like Captain Nathak brought out, the colonialists knew that the British, one way, if the British sees what happened with the colonialists, guess what? The slaves would be free. They take your property, they seize your property, and some of them was fighting for the British.
Right.
So they were going to use, once again, are you going to be a chess piece or the chess player?
That's right.
This right here, they knew it. And the colonialists, they used the Native American Indians to know the routes and the different trajectories on how to do the. They showed it. If you look at that movie, The Patriot, you can see that movie with Mel Gibson and how he had that. A lot of them skills he learned from Gad.
That's right.
The trapping skills and all that different thing. Man, I mean, these are things they always used us. And then as soon as they won their independence, guess what? He barred black people from the army.
Right.
You understand? There's a book called The Counter Revolution of 1776 by this brother named Gerald Horn. He's a professor out there in Houston, University of Houston. And I've been trying to get this brother on with Command General Yahanna. You know what I'm saying? But I know he's kind of hesitant because of his tenure. But
right.
That, I mean, when you really delve into the fabric of this country, there's a common theme with always using us. The first casualty of the American Revolution was a black man by the name of Crispus Attucks.
That's right.
He front line.
That's right.
Out there by the harbor.
Right.
It wasn't no white boys doing that. He did that. It was his blood. We always been kept. Once again, the Lord is trying to free us from this place, man. You understand? We the salt of the earth. We the real soldiers. We are what you consider, they say, the alpha male.
That's right.
The power. So you put us in any terrain, a champion is going to be a champion no matter where you put it.
Yeah.
Salaka, I yield.
Salaka, if I may.
Come on.
And I don't want to harp on this, but this is a passionate. This is a passionate topic for me. Salaka, like I have a problem with Hollywood. And I've had this problem since I was a child. I remember being a young kid, and I used to be annoyed at my pops because we could never watch any movie, and where the white man was the hero. My pops, he would to this day. You ask any of my siblings, and we would laugh because my pops would watch a movie where the white man the hero, or he'll do something in the movie. My pops would yell out right in the movie, "Fake." I'm not bull stuffing. My pops in the middle of the movie, something will happen where a white man do something heroic or violent, and my pops would yell out, "Hey!" And we would be laughing. As a kid, it would make us angry. It was like, man, chill. Like, what's wrong with you? But as an adult, I can laugh. Now I watch movies with the same eyes and double the eyes because being the truth. Now the Commander General Yahanna.
Yeah.
I have a beef to pick with Hollywood because Hollywood, you have depicted white men as the hero, as the savior, as the deliverer.
Yeah.
This is so bad that there's a movie called, I don't know what it's called. It's about 9/11, the Twin Towers. Most people don't even know in that movie, the Marine that came and saved the woman, that the people that were trapped in the wreckage. In the movie, they made that man a white man.
Damn.
In real goddamn life.
Damn.
That was a black Marine. And it's such a microcosm to how much you devils lie about who you are and you lie about who we are. We are the heroes.
Damn right.
We are the true warriors, like Captain Kahan was saying. We are the real soldiers. We are the thing that you need, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's in the movie. We can talk about history, old history or recent history. This is recent. The movie 9/11, I believe, came out in like 07, 08. Why would Hollywood lie and inaccurately depict the hero Marine that saved people under the wreckage of 9/11 as a white man when they know, and it's common knowledge, that it was a black Marine? Why did you change that small detail, Hollywood? Why would you change that? I thought we was telling telling accurate stories. Well, here's the thing. Everybody knows the truth. Every nation has benefited off of the lie that we are thugs and criminals and dishonorable. Every nation has benefited off of that lie. Meanwhile, they know the truth that blacks, Hispanics, there you go. This is the goddamn devil that played him. That's the real Marine right there to the left.
Yeah.
The real Marine that saved them white people in the wreckage, a black man.
Damn right.
But you had the nerve. That is so evil to me that you would put a white man. Like, what would be the point of doing that? What would be the point of putting a white man as a black man? It's because on purpose, you need for your people, white people, and for black people to believe something that's not true. You need for us to believe that white men are heroes and valiant and brave, and you need for black and Hispanic men to believe we're not brave and we're cowards and we're weak, when really it's the opposite. It's the complete opposite. And that's why Solomon said, I see servants on horses, and princes walking alongside the horses. This whole setup of society is backwards. And that's why Christ is going to return to make this society as the potter's clay. He's going to do what's right and turn everything upside down. Salakia.
Listen, you to water for that, Isaac, because boy, they say September 11, 2001, Sergeant Jason Thomas climbed through the debris of a collapsed World Trade Center tower and helped rescue 2 Port Authority police officers. So naturally, film studios cast a white actor to portray him in the movie World Trade Center. As I'm looking for the picture of the brother, there's little paragraphs and stuff that came up, and they said them devils. They said at the time it was unclear what his race was. Bullshit.
The
greatest. This is the brother here looking for a good picture of him. Hold on. The biggest tragedy of terrorism on American soil, and you have a hero and you don't know who it is.
Right.
You can't tell me who it is. Nah, man.
Nah.
Like we saying, like, you know, Hanoi Hodges, they just didn't understand who they was dealing with. They thought, you know what it is, and this is sometimes happens with us, with the heathens. I know we're running on. We're gonna wrap up real soon, Israel. Y'all stick with us. Sometimes these heathens, and okay, it's a mess up on their side and on our side in the understanding. Sometimes the heathen looks at us like, why y'all don't act back and rebel or separate? And they don't understand we are not free people. We never were, and we are not heathens. We don't think like a heathen. A heathen think like how a free man think. You see, like how that Arab, that Afghani spoke to the cops in Fairfax when they pulled him over. He said, I should have sided with the Taliban. That's what he told the cop.
Yep.
The cop pulled him over for driving erratic. The whole thing started because he angry and he driving erratic. The cop come up to the car. He say, yo, I have a gun. Go back to your car. Don't come here. Go back to your car. I'm armed. He said, F America. You Biden and Bush and them, they brought me here and nobody don't give a F about me. He said, I should have sided with the Taliban.
Good man.
The cop ain't even tripped. Like, that's them, They'll do whatever and tell whatever, and if push comes to shove, they'll retaliate and revolt. Yeah. And they look at us like, damn, why y'all ain't doing it? We not the same type of people.
Exactly.
We've been oppressed for hundreds of years. We don't fully understand what it takes to be free. We don't get it. We really don't. Forget about if it's a Moabite. They say the Bible say Moab has not been emptied from nation to nation like how we have.
That's right.
Like we've been poured into nation after nation. So they're thinking, well, if they get on there and say, GI, go home, GI, they're gonna treat you like a second-class citizen, like that gonna do something to us. Right. That ain't gonna do nothing to us.
That's right.
It would have did something to them white boys. It would have did something to them. It would have totally annihilated that military, that whole military rank and structure. It would have turned into politics on ice over there. Right. It would have been a slippery slope, and they're talking to the sergeants and this and that and politics, and we can't do this. The Israelites would have had to bring law and order to that whole Vietnam team over there.
That's right.
And just to add to what you're saying too, as heavy, because what we went through for over 400 years, our oppression, you know what I mean? People think, you know what I mean, like we choose to go through it, but there are tons of history of us rebelling against what the oppressor was doing.
Right.
Now, you know what I mean? these so-called heathens across there in Palestine, they're getting a little taste of what we've been going through for over 400 years.
Yeah.
And if that was to happen to them for the next 100 years, oh, the people ain't gonna be wondering why the Palestinian, you know what I mean, so much loving of the so-called Israelis.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because your people done been destroyed. Just imagine you have people, another nation, telling you where you come from,
Right.
writing your story, giving you your story, and saying, "Nah, oh, your people sold you into slavery."
Yeah.
You know how destroyed you have to be for you to sit back and take that narrative and not question it.
Yeah.
You understand? You read the Bible where Christ is a black man, but you grow up all these years seeing a white picture of Serge Bourget and claiming that's Jesus. And you never question, well, if he lied to me about Jesus Christ, where else he gonna lie to me about?
That's
You know
right.
why you never question it? Because you're destroyed.
Yeah.
That's right.
Your people done, you know what I mean, done been wiped out, you understand, to the point where your history is whatever the slave master tell you your history is.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the only real book that have your history, the Bible, he done turn it into a bedtime storybook for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like
Good, Cap.
he done turned it into a camp mystic. And then and I want to say this. I want to say this part. What you're saying is so right. We are in a time where there's so much information about the Bible, the biblical records, and everything. Of course, with yours truly, the UPK in the stream constantly going viral on all different platforms. A lot of our people know what we're saying is the truth. They know it.
Right.
There's I always think about this Native Indian proverb that says, "You can never wake a man who pretending to be asleep."
Yeah.
I always think, because it's a lot of people know what we're saying is the truth. But like what you said, Cap, the oppression though. I have to pretend like I don't see it.
Yeah.
I have to pretend like these people care about my humanity. I have to pretend like I don't see ICE knocking on the door everywhere. I have to pretend like I don't see alligator Alcatraz. I have to you're lying to yourself. You're pretending to be asleep. You understand? You know what's going on. You know this place is turning into the Third Reich. You see it, and it's hard for you because see, you thought because you closed the book on critical race theory that the Lord wasn't gonna put you in the book, that you wasn't gonna be in this motion picture called life, that this thing wasn't gonna happen right here. You don't have to open the book now. All you got to do is walk outside.
Yeah.
You're in it right now.
Yeah.
This thing we're talking about right now is history, and it's happening right now. You don't got to read about it.
Right.
The Lord is going to put you right here in 4K. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see exactly everything that you tried to not to see in a book. The Lord is going to make it real for you.
Yeah.
So like our yield.
Yep. Listen, man, shit. I think we done beat this down. I was just about to say thing with Trump for you, but I think we gonna put a whole other hour when y'all see that tape. Y'all go watch it. It's right in the beginning. So within the first 4 or 5 minutes, just look up Trump with the Crown Prince of Bahrain and look. This had to talk about how much money Trump's had to run it down. I went to Saudi Arabia, came back with $16 trillion worth of investments. I went over to United Arab Emirates. Yeah, we got a few trillion out of them too. He said, but you know, when I came back, I had to take a few weeks off to redo the Oval Office. You know, I had to make things look right up in here. Brother, hold on. This is the last thing, and then we go. This is the last thing. This is the Oval Office. This is a you know, before and after. That's the Oval Office on the right before.
Wow.
He handed it over to Biden. This is the Oval Office. You know, this damn near from this morning. Y'all saw the one with him and what's his name? The Prince, the Crown Prince.
Yep, Crown Khan.
Look at it there now. Look, that's it.
Damn.
That's it there now. That's the Oval Office now. and the one on the right-hand side here is the one before. Trump went and get money and come home and say, honey, I got some money. I got a stimmy check. Like you know, for Israel, it'll be like what? You call your baby and be like, yo, that tax return hitting her. Or she called, yo, that tax money come in. Oh, for real? It there? Yeah. Separate that tithes and just go in the Amazon basket, you know. The first 10 items. Go ahead and go crazy on that, baby. Go crazy on that shit right there. He get that money and come back and put gold all on the watch. He put gold on you know what I mean? Like these people at this place had to go. Listen, we ran all the way over. I appreciate you all for you staying with us. We come through late. You know what I mean? We're going to wrap it up there tonight. You're tuning to Command and Yahanna every Monday night, 9 p.m. on this station.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We're going to be back every Wednesday at 10. We had a little difficulty tonight. The water for y'all staying on for the whole time. Of course, big up the whole crew. The usual suspect, Captain Nine Attack, holding down the Carolinas. That's right. You know what I mean? Captain Kahan holding down the South, Mississippi, Texas, Atlanta, the whole zone. I think Captain Kapash had a little issue tonight. Yeah, that Officer Kazaka and Mal holding on the whole and Baltimore and the crew, and Officer Sawapiala holding down Trinidad.
That's right.
We'll be back next week, Lord allow. Everything, you know what I mean? Pray for this destruction, man. Also pay your tithes. 10% must come into the priests and prophets of the Lord. With that, we're going to say shalom.
Yes.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you, you know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on you, PK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Gon' remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming as UPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch you one body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft ass. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correction, real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for him, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be bout it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashes, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and fringy for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? You standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah, either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look, and if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West, lost tribe.